Hello, my name is Mary Bassett, and this is my internship presentation. How did you find and arrange the internship? I simply went to the BYU Idaho internship page and searched for marriage and family internships. A list of internships came up, and I searched the ones I was interested in. I began looking for internships that would help me become a marriage and family therapist. Maybe I could shadow a counselor or work in a school district. However, as I went further into my research, I soon found that there weren't many internships as the one I had thought about. Coming back to reality, I searched again for the available internships. When I found one that I was interested in, I searched through their website to learn more about the organization. Then I would email them and explain that I was searching for an internship. I did this with 2 or 3 organizations, but after I didn't hear from them for about a week, I called them. Unfortunately, still no answer. I was starting to worry that I wouldn't be able to find an internship. However, thinking more about my situation and how I would be living at home for the summer semester, I started looking into online internships. Knowing that was an option from previous searches on the BYU Idaho internship website. That's when I found Educate and Empower Kids. Educate and Empower Kids was an online internship. Knowing I was going to be living at home for the summer semester, I thought this would be a good opportunity for me. I became interested in Educate and Empower Kids when I went onto their website and learned what they were all about, which is teaching parents how to parent in the digital age. More specifically, they focus on how to help parents teach about sex, pornography, and how to control screen time. I watched a few of their videos about the effects of pornography, what teenagers think about social media today, and read a few of their blog articles about teaching parents how to talk to their children about sex. It was done in a very formative way, and I could see myself working in an organization such as this one. After I read a few more articles, I decided to email Dina Alexander, who is the founder and president of Educate Empower Kids. Knowing of my track record with the last few emails I sent, I wasn't too optimistic of Dina emailing me back. However, just 2 days later, she emailed me back. We set up a time on Zoom to meet and discuss what my responsibilities would be as an intern and what Educate and Empower Kids is all about. After a 20-minute discussion and a lot of deliberating of my final steps towards graduation, I emailed Dina later that day and accepted the intern. What were your responsibilities in your internship? We had weekly team meetings with our supervisor, Dina, the head of social media, Gina, and the other interns, which were 4 of us at the time when I was completing my internship. We talked about what we accomplished that week and were told of our new assignments in the coming week. Sometimes we would discuss ideas of upcoming events and blogs that were coming out and how to better promote those. I wrote a few blog articles and edited those as my supervisor and editor looked over them. Depending on the week, we would get new assignments from our supervisor. We had different projects such as creating social media guidelines for parents to create screen time contracts, and I did other research from other projects that my supervisor wanted me to do. I also had a pet project in the beginning of the internship, where I looked over one of the books and created memes of phrases that stood out. I included one of the memes I created for the pet project on the top left. The book I was assigned was titled Sydney's Story, which described a little girl noticing all of the little things that were wrong with her after she started noticing models on billboards and magazines. After reading the book, I took a larger idea that the book shared and created the meme using Canva, a website that helps create business logos. Another meme I created was from a blog I wrote, Teaching from Your Successes and Failures. In this meme, I bulleted the main ideas from my article, which were 1. Don't be afraid to let your child hear you say, I messed up. 2. Be proud of how far you've come. 3. Look for opportunities to teach from your mistakes. And 4. Model your successes. How did you benefit the site you served at? Being online, it was a little difficult to feel as though I was really contributing. However, about halfway through my internship, I was asked to write an article on the new social media challenge called the Momo Challenge. The Momo Challenge promoted self-harm and was directed towards tweens and teens. I was asked to write about it, how it started, what to expect, and how to let your children know about the challenge if they didn't already know. The picture showed on the slide is the cover photo for my article that was published late August. After my article was published, I was given more projects to accomplish that would benefit, educate, and empower kids, such as starting a fundraiser, editing books, and suggesting different ideas for blogs, lesson plans, and even TED Talks that would be beneficial for everyone to listen to. Creating a fundraiser was the most intimidating part of this internship. I wasn't sure what to do, but I knew that I wanted to impress my supervisor, Dina, and the social media director, Gina. I had the idea of a bake sale, but soon found out that I would be paying more for what I would be fundraising. Dina asked each intern to create a fundraiser that would collect a minimum of $50. Unable to think of other fundraising ideas, I turned to my family. They made a few suggestions, but didn't sound half bad. One of those suggestions was to contact my mom's work director. He currently works at the Little Gym, which is a gymnastics center for toddlers to children who are 10 years old. My mom works there as a kinder music representative. At the Little Gym, they have a parent survival night that teaches different parenting skills to the parents who participate at the Little Gym. The entrance fee is $45. The idea was for me to contact the director of the Little Gym and to ask for a portion of each entrance fee, and to also ask to sell Educate and Empower Kids merchandise in the same area. I was so excited about this idea. I went into the Little Gym the next day, but the director wasn't there. The employee said that they would leave a message on his desk so that he would call me back. When I didn't hear from him for 3 days, I called the Little Gym. Again, he wasn't in, but they said that he would return my call. 4 days later, and I still hadn't heard anything from him. My mom went into work the next day, and I asked her to talk to the director for me, just so he knew I wasn't a complete stranger. My hope was for my mom to help me out and to put my foot in the door. When my mom returned from work, she said that she talked to him, and he said that he would give me a call. A few days later, and still nothing. I tried one last-ditch effort and went into the Little Gym, and guess what? He wasn't there. I decided to cut my losses and to come up with a different idea. I was disappointed and wasn't sure where to go from there. However, after sulking for a few minutes, I decided to take this as a learning opportunity. I learned that even though I worked for it, doesn't mean I always get the end result I wanted. I talked with my supervisor about the situation, and she suggested I make a fundraiser on my Facebook account, but to double the fundraiser money from $50 to $100. I created the fundraiser on Facebook and advertised and promoted it as best as I could. Within just a few days, I was already at $50. I was shocked but so excited. I promoted the fundraiser again, saying how I was so close to my end goal, and thanked those who had already donated. At the end of 2 weeks, I had reached my goal to $100. I proudly announced my success at the next team meeting, and everyone applauded. Sure, my fundraiser wasn't what I thought it was going to be and didn't go how I dreamed it would go, but I still had the end result that proved I had made an effort that helped educate and empower kids. How did you benefit personally from the experience? I became a better writer over time. However, having to keep articles around 500 words and trying to be concise but also personable, I had to quickly learn how to be a blog writer. I learned to be a team player when the editor would tear apart my articles or when my ideas were shot down. I learned to be accepting of other interns' ideas and to go with the flow when my supervisor needed me on different projects. I also learned time management skills because I was on my own each day, no one watching after me. I was in charge of making sure I had 20 hours a week, and I needed to make sure I had plenty of things to do for those 20 hours. If I didn't have enough to do, I would double check my work or ask for more projects. Describe one important connection between your coursework and what you experienced during your internship. While at BYU Idaho, I had to take the practicum class. While working with my partner, we had to create a workshop that related to marriage and family and had to work alongside our instructor, making sure we mastered our projects and lessons before we could even teach them. I learned really quickly to listen to others' ideas and how to share the work and to step back from being the team leader, which is the usual role I take on when in group projects. I accepted when I was wrong and learned how to move forward with our workshop. This correlated with what I learned during my internship because I needed to be flexible in what I was doing in order to make things go round. I was no longer a team leader in this scenario, and learning my place in this internship helped me to contribute ideas when appropriate and when to simply listen. I learned that teamwork makes the dream work. Would you recommend this site and experience to other students? Absolutely. The best way to contact, educate, and empower kids is through Dina Alexander, who is the founder and president of this nonprofit organization, but was also my supervisor and would be any future intern supervisors as well. Her email is dina@educateempowerkids.org. She's really good at answering emails quickly and efficiently. Thank you.